voyage. Welcome to this one. Thanks for hitting on that thumbnail and title. And this one is how you can survive and thrive here in Cambodia. It is possible. These are my little ideas and little ways that I've done it, but it could apply for anywhere, and I think anybody. So let's get into it. Tuesday, thanks for bye. Now these will be in no particular order. So I'd like to put in, and ironically I'm doing it first, but I think gratitude. You've got to be grateful that you're here. Not only here in Cambodia, but on the planet. The odds of being born, the odds of surviving, the odds of being intact. I mean, it's pretty severe. So it's pretty rare that you get to be born here and be on this planet. When you think about it, it could have been a rock out on Venus, if there are rocks on Venus. So yes, so gratitude goes a long way to being able to survive, and it'll help you to thrive as well. I think also you're going to have to be open to change. You have to be open to change, because no matter where you are in the world anyway, things are going to change. Even in your own country, things are changing. So especially when you travel somewhere and living overseas, you're going to have to be open to change. Once you accept that, it's going to get a lot easier. You're going to have a lot less stress, a lot less headaches, and be a little bit more flexible, because things will change. In general, here in Cambodia, it hasn't changed that much. There's been a few subtle changes, a few differences, but nothing that would throw you off orbit and throw you out of control. None of that. So, but there will be change, as always. But you should really embrace that change. If it was the same all the time, how boring would that be? I love it here. I was 15 when that happened. Such a long time ago. That's why you've got to be grateful for what you get and what you have, and that you're here. He only lasted till 40, my God. Too young. Too young. So yeah. I think that helped formulate me as well, being 15. I had a period when a lot of people died around the age of 15. I had a school teacher, John Lennon, and Auntie, and my dad all died around that same time. So I think that formed a lot of my belief about life. Also, I think you've got to be willing to accept the hard parts. Yeah, it's great when life goes to plan and everything's working out. That's the easy part. That's the part everybody can do. There's no problem. But when things get a little bit hard, when the struggle gets a little bit more real, and you've got to realise other people have a much bigger struggle than what you do, especially here. Just recently, with all the rains and the floods and everything, people have actually had their homes flooded. People have had to move home. There's been a conflict on the border. There's been a lot go on that's made life harder for people than what you'll really ultimately ever face. So, accept the hard bits, and there will be hard bits here. Probably the hardest bit here is going to be, maybe for you, is going to be the language barrier. That'll be difficult. Occasionally when things don't work, occasionally things won't work here. Like sometimes you have a struggle with the internet. Sometimes your phone's a bit slow. The packaging here is fantastic. Look at that. It defies physics. I love it. So yeah, so there will be the hard, but if you can get through the hard, which weighed up on everything else in life isn't that hard really, you're going to really enjoy it here. or anywhere that you take a good attitude, I suppose, but especially here. There'll be the hard, but so many positives outweigh the hard. So don't get bogged down by the hard. Tuesday. Now, I think part of what's going to help you to survive and thrive here is to have some quiet contemplation time. I do that by getting on a bike and going out for a ride into the countryside and just listening to everything, just being with myself, alone with my thoughts. Let your thoughts wander a little bit. You're still going to have people around you. In Southeast Asia, there's no quiet area. But there is peaceful areas in nature, trees, birds, music. You can unwind that way, and you are going to need some quiet time because it can get hectic here. Southeast Asia is hectic. It's a little bit quiet in Siem Reap, but you will need that time just to have that solitude. Go to your own fortress of solitude. It'll really help. Help steady the brain and the thoughts and just ease everything off a little bit. I can highly recommend it. So yeah, have some quiet alone time. It's really good. It'll help you. But the most important thing, above everything else, is that you've got to have fun. Just have fun. Everything will work out as long as you have fun. That's the bottom line, really, of everything. It's best not to take all of this too seriously. If you've seen what's been going on lately, and even through history, don't take it too seriously. Get out and have some fun. Enjoy yourself.